Good evening, internets. This is me, DP Knudten, and it's time for another BOOKWARD BOUND, the 301-day live stream consecutive journey of me actually writing a book in real time in front of you every night for 301 days. What kind of idiot came up with this plan? This idiot did. But I'm doing it, and thanks to you, this is episode 91. Yes, 91 consecutive days I've done since March 5th of 2020, working on a brand new book that you've already seen the cover of, and it's called NONFICTION BRAND, Discovering, Crafting, and Communicating the Completely True, Completely You brand you already are. Yep, that's what this book is about, and that's what this live stream's about. It's about me progressing the book forward one way or another. And some nights I'm writing, some nights I'm formatting or designing or something like that. Well, tonight, I think what I'm going to do is follow on to the podcast recording session I had earlier today with Jay Baer. Do you know Jay Baer? If you don't know Jay Baer, you should know Jay Baer because the dude is legit and cool as silk. Let's just leave it at that. And the dude one of the things I love about him is this. He's got a penchant for plaid. What does that mean? Well, look up Jay Baer, Baer spelled B-A-E-R, online, and you'll see that the guy has a fetish or what I would call a penchant or penchant, if you're a French speaker, for plaid, specifically plaid suits. And we had a great conversation about that today, and it's going to make a couple of great episodes of the Nonfiction Brand podcast coming up probably end of June, maybe even into July. But I want to write about him because I'm kind of inspired. So let's check out where I am right now. A penchant for plaid. Jay Baer, lovely man that he is, has a chronic condition over which he has no apparent ability to control. Over which he has no apparent control. Let's get rid of ability to control. The dude just cannot. Let's go semicolon. The dude just cannot get enough plaid. So much so, if you happen to see a man strolling down a street or hallway wearing a colorfully loud plaid suit, it's probably him, and I'm not kidding. Let's make that a long dash. I'm not kidding. Before we go into too deep a discussion about the package, let's get a brief sample of the man inside. For a complete look, head over to his website, blah, 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 https, jaybaer.com, about Jay. Jay's written a bunch of New York Times bestsellers, including my fave, Talk Triggers. He's highly sought after. He's a highly sought after speaker. Hold on. By the way, I'm opening Restream Chat, which is an app that I'm using via Restream. And if you're watching this, you can ask questions anytime, and I won't mind. He's a highly sought after speaker and inductee into both the word of mouth marketing and professional speakers halls of fame. His I don't need an and there, but I do need a space. His convince and convert empire is instrumental in identifying trends and leading the conversation in a number of marketing sectors. Oh, and he does podcasts too, including the popular Social Pros and Standing Ovation podcasts and the Talk Triggers video show. Busy? Yes, he is. As busy as the plaids on his signature bespoke suits. And that brings us back to the packaging, those Technicolor test patterns. While not every personal brand goes to the extreme, Mr. Baer does when it comes to visual branding. And most fully realized personal brands have some specific design, typography, and color palette cues that differentiate it from its competitors. But with Mr. Baer, it's all about the suit. Just head over to his jaybaer.com website and you'll see what I mean in spades. I'm going to get rid of that link because I don't want the link right now. Remove link. And by the way, I'm using Scrivener, which is a really great tool for writing books. Not blogs, not web pages, but books. And I love it. If you want to know why, ask me a question. Otherwise, just watch and learn. You'll see what I mean in spades. The guy is continually walking a tight rope between cool and classless. And I'm happy to say that in my opinion, he never falls off his signature plaid suits are beyond legendary. I'd call them epic. But only because of the strategy behind them, period. I had a feeling that there was a lot of there regarding the style of suit, so I was thrilled to have Jay on the stop it, damn you. Non-fiction brand podcast recently as in what, 3 hours ago, 4 hours ago? Recently we talked specifically about his suit strategy, and I was amazed at how deep and deep and thought out it was. I'm going to say pull quote from Jay Baer episode. Now, I have not created this episode yet, but I know he said some really, really pithy stuff about why he does it. And I'm just going to say, that is just so damn smart. Unlike other personal brands that embrace an uncommon hair color or other obnoxious look at me style. Jay's plaid suits are continually changing. While remaining continually brand aligned. When I asked him about this, he said something that made my jaw drop. I don't know if you know this quote from podcast episode. So here, I don't remember exactly 100% what he said, but I know what he said was recorded. So I'm making a note to myself to listen back to the episode, grab the verbatim quote, and then cite it within the book. Because here's the thing. You don't have to be a mercenary to be a smart strategist. And part of that smart strategy is, well, if I'm doing a podcast and a book, the book should promote the podcast and the podcast should promote the book. And the blog posts that about the podcast should promote the book, and the book excerpt should, you can see where I'm going, which is it's this virtuous circle of continual reference to it, to all the properties that I'm dealing with to get the maximum bang for my buck. Yeah, is it mercenary? No, it's not, because it's all self-supporting. So the fact that I did a podcast session today with Jay Baer and I got all this great material, it's fresh in my mind, and that's why I'm writing it here. I'm making notes to myself to grab that pull quote, get the verbatim of what he said, because the verbatim of what he said is well worth more than what I can remember and rewrite. The verbatim of Jay Baer saying something is a whole lot better than a paraphrase of me saying, well, he said something like this. And because I have it recorded, audio, as an MP4 or an MP3, I think it's an MP3. That's what I'm going to use. Cool, right? Damn cool. I don't know if you know this quote, episode, redress jaybaer.com. Yeah, he's got a website that allows event planners to specify what suit he should be wearing when he speaks for the event. So, flippin' smart. He told me that by the time the event booker had reached that point, comma, I don't think it needs a comma, by that point, the conversation was not about how much he charged or what he should talk about, but what day he'll be there and what suit he should wear. And get this, he's gotten big dollar bookings because of one event booker talking to another, not about how good he is or his topic expertise, but because of his dress, Jay Baer, site. Got to get rid of that link. Hold on. Move link. How cool is that? In my mind, Jay Baer has visually branded himself to a level very few have reached. Think about it. Who else a look that is so completely tied to the himself. Maybe. See ya. Her face covering fringe, or who's got a look that can't change? Who's got a look who can't change? Trick Stewart's bald head as Picard. Who else? Who else has a look that when you see it, you go, ah, that's them. Seriously, the only characters more visually branded than Jay Baer are members, are citizens of the Marvel or DC Comics universe. Is visually branding your personal brand super power? If you ask me, Jay Baer, the answer is yes. 611 words. So I'm going to show some pictures of his suits in here and pull quotes that aren't in here. So that would add, let's say 100 words, 200 words. So we'd be at, oh crap, sorry, I should have shown you this. So I'm at 611 words, add 200 words of quotes, and that'll get us to 811. I think I can wrap it up. Yes. Should you should you be thinking about visually branding your personal brand? Yes, without a doubt, yes. Do you need to invest in a whole new wardrobe? No, comma, you do not, comma, for there are many different ways to visually brand yourself as this true story about my friend Neil Schaefer can prove. If you're only one following the rules, comma, it's time to break them. I have become to love. I have learned. I have of world. San Diego. I have as the one conference that gladly pay top dollar to attend. I have learned so much from so many that it's become my go-to, must go to for new ideas, energy, contacts. For new ideas, energy, contacts, and inspiration. This past year, 2019, no, it's 2020, was no exception. As I was to attend mind expanding sessions with the likes of Rory Vaden, Park Howell, Paul Ramondo, Roy Vaden, Park Howell, Park Ramondo. Didn't like that one, didn't like that. And more. Oh, hold on. I need to look who was there. Ooh, look what I have here. and more. Favorite. Neil. Having already attended a number of sessions, I was intrigued to see that Neil's was by my friend, that Neil's presentation was fully branded with the colors, type, and styling of the conference itself. Why? Because none of the other speakers did the same. The final night of the conference had the opportunity to talk with Neil. I asked him about his brand versus conference brand visual look. He told me that conference required speakers to use their template. I said, that's funny. No one else used it. And went to give my 2 cents about it. Guarding how it was. Conferences to be house brands rather than a branded house. All about all right. 37. All right. Eating what we serve you, branded house is about. You eat value. But it's always a question of what brand. Case of Neil, I passionately advocate for his personal brand visually slide in his presentation where explain to him, comma, we already at the conference venue. So how did it benefit either him or the organizer to make his present look like every other presentation at the event? Neil had no and actually the event benefited greatly from having a variety of recognizable personal brands. Worked to elevate the event's brand. This making sense to you? If not, answer this question. Which supermarket is more valuable to you as a grocery buyer? The one with only store brands, or the one with a vast variety of best in class brands? Most people the market with the best of the best is far more attractive and valuable. So my question for Neil was, why would you ever want to package yourself as a store brand? Yeah, that's pretty provocative. Thing to ask of someone who he was asked by the event organizers, comma, but hey, that's my brand. You know what? Contacted several weeks after the event to collaborate, creating a fully Neil Schaefer branded look and feel actually, and the topper. Once heard that no other speakers were same, jumped at the chance to take to personal his brand. Well, actually doing the same for events brand at the all right. All right, that's 1187 words, close to 12. So at about 300 and 350 words a page. That would be about 4 pages, somewhere around there. Scrivener's got all these cool things like, I like this, to be able to go ding, see how many words I've written, how many characters, you know, sentences, paragraph length, average paragraph length, 51 words. Wow, that's pretty short. Average sentence length, around 15. Whatever. All right. I'm feeling good about tonight. So I'm going to end this episode of Bookward Bound. 301 days from I should really do this to done. And that's cool. Thank you for showing up and keeping me honest, because frankly, I wouldn't be doing it if you weren't on my back all the time, kicking me in the butt, saying, David, get your ass downstairs and actually write this thing. I need your help. And because you're there, I'm getting it. So thank you, thank you, thank you very much. For the Nonfiction Brand, which comes out every Monday, check it out. The Nonfiction Brand podcast, I should say, comes out every Monday. Check it out wherever you get your fine podcasts for free. And this week's episode was with Dana Sanchez, who's a really interesting conversation. I really loved meeting her. I met her at Social Media Marketing World this year, and she's turned into a great friend and a great conversation on the podcast. So again, check that out. That's it for me tonight. Thanks again for watching and keeping me honest. And for now, I'm just going to say I'll see you tomorrow night. Theme music. Take us on out. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.